Hello everyone. So the next type of EDS we're going to discuss is Musculocontractural EDS, otherwise known as mcEDS. It is a recessive type of EDS. The major criteria are 1. Congenital multiple contractures, characteristic adduction flexion contractures, and Ortolipes equinovarus. So what that means is that you have from birth multiple joints that stay bent, some that stay bent towards the body, or club feet. 2. Characteristic craniofacial features evident at birth or in early childhood. Craniofacial is just another word for your head. 3. Characteristic cutaneous features including skin hyperextensibility, easy bruisability, skin fragility with atrophic scars, and increased palmar wrinkling. Cutaneous is skin. Atrophic scars are when they're dented in and have ridges or bumps to them, and the palmar wrinkling refers to the hand. Minor criteria are 1. Recurrent or chronic dislocations, 2. Pectus deformities, pectus is the breastbone, 3. Spinal deformities, 4. Peculiar fingers, 5. Progressive talipes deformities, talipes is the foot, 6. Large subcutaneous hematomas, basically means bruises because subcutaneous means under the skin and hematomas is a burst blood vessel. 7. Chronic constipation. 8. Chronic diverticula. Diverticula are when the wall of the intestine or whatever you're talking about bulges outward. 9. Pneumothorax or pneumohemothorax, or blood in the chest cavity, usually causing a collapsed lung. 10. Nephrolithasis or cystolithasis, kidney or urinary stones. 11. Hydronephrosis, urine fails to drain from the kidney. 12. Cryptocoridism, which is in males and as both testes fail to descend. 13. Strabismus or crossed eyes. 14. Refractive errors, myopia, astigmatism, etc. Nearsighted, the eyes are a little bit weird with the way they see, etc. 15. Glaucoma or elevated intraocular pressure, so pressure in the eye. Minimal criteria. At birth or in early childhood are major number 1 and 2, which is the congenital contractures Ortolipes equinovarus, and craniofacial features, or at adolescence and in adulthood, major 1 and 3, the contractures plus cute skin features. Genetic testing is the only way to test for this, and the gene they are testing for is CHST14. The next type of EDS we're going to discuss is myopathic EDS, otherwise known as mEDS. This can be either dominant or recessive. The major criteria are 1. Congenital muscle hypotonia and or atrophy that improves with age. In other words, when you're born, you have low muscle tone or no muscle tone, and it gets better the older you get. 2. Proximal joint contractures, such as the knee, the hip, the elbow. So proximal is close together, contractures stays bent. 3. Hypermobility of distal joints. Minor criteria: 1. Soft doughy skin. 2. Atrophic scarring, dented in and bumps in it. 3. Motor developmental delays. 4. Myopathy on muscle biopsy, which means they take a sample of it. Minimal criteria are major 1, the congenital muscle hypotonia and or atrophy, plus 1 other major or 3 of the minor criteria. Genetic testing is the only way to test for this, and the gene is COL12A1. Not in the 2017 diagnostic criteria, but found and announced on April 9th, 2018, was another type of EDS. It is as yet unnamed. It is a recessive type of EDS, and the gene is AEBP1. And I could not find any other information other than that for that type of EDS, because that's all they had on the EDS Society website and all they've fully released yet on that one. Thank you. That's got through all the types of EDS, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.